Want to talk now about the coronavirus, of course, on the backs of that vaccine news, because this vaccine is needed now more than ever. We have nearly 11.4 million cases of coronavirus in the United States, and we are just shy of 250,000 deaths. This is all according to the Johns Hopkins University COVID tracker. Nearly 249,000 Americans have lost their lives. We have Yahoo Finance's Anjalee Khemlani here with us now for more details on this pandemic. Hi, Anjalee.
Hey, Kristen. Yeah, so as you noted, we got the great news from Pfizer about its results for that vaccine candidate. So now we have two very effective vaccine candidates on tap, ready for emergency use authorization review. And we know that the FDA is planning to go through the process and make sure that, in fact, everything does line up and we do have these two vaccines ready to use. Of course, the two main differences being that Pfizer's does have that ultra cold chain problem. Meanwhile, Moderna's has just one sort of manufacturing partner, even though it requires a less colder temperature. So really going to be interesting to see where they all get distributed and how that happens in the process, but still waiting to hear more. No adverse events from Pfizer, so that's really good news. And they did see that the vaccine was effective in older individuals, which of course is a priority population. Meanwhile, looking at it from the greater perspective, because of no vaccine, we're still looking at states weighing lockdowns, weighing restrictions, weighing curfews, and debates about which of those strategies are in fact effective or not still going on while we lack any sort of national strategy. But that national strategy, even with an incoming Biden administration, is unlikely to include a national lockdown, according to one Biden advisor who we heard from earlier today. Take a minute to listen to that.
A national lockdown or shutdown is simply not on the table. The president-elect has no intention of implementing a national lockdown. There may be some differences of opinion on the advisory board, but the consensus on the advisory board is also that we do not need a national lockdown is not indicated here.
So as you can hear, not on the table. That's a little bit different from when we heard last week when one advisor said there could be a short period of lockdown. So definitely looking at what actually ends up happening, but mask mandate definitely on the table. And that's something that we anticipate seeing very shortly. It's important to note, of course, that the Biden administration has not, or the transition team has not had access to any of the officials to clarify or get any other insight in terms of the vaccine specifically and Operation Warp Speed. There's a call going on right now with Operation Warp Speed officials, but we have not heard much about the distribution just yet, just that there are plans. Important point to know about that. CDC Director Dr. Redfield is an individual who would be involved in that process, and he unfortunately declined to come on Yahoo Finance today. Kristen, back to you.
Thanks so much, Anjalee. I know you and I were both very excited to chat with the CDC director, so hopefully he'll be able to join us in the coming days or weeks.